Welcome to the Lynn Lineup, a show that highlights upcoming events happening within the Lynn community. Today I am joined by Mike Sweeney, the Director of Veteran Services for the City of Lynn, and John Sachersky, the Chair of the North Shore Veterans Appreciation Day Parade Committee. And we're here today to talk about the Dining for Veterans fundraiser for the parade that's happening on Sunday, May 6, 2018, from 3 to 7 p.m. at Brothers Deli on Market Street. So thank you guys for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
So what exactly is the North Shore Veterans Appreciation Parade?
North Shore Veterans Appreciation Day is called North Shore because it celebrates all the units from all over. Revere will come, Salem will come, Peabody will come, Swamps will come, Lynn will come. So that's why we call it the North Shore, because it's the surrounding of all the neighborhoods to bring all their organizations and to march in this one parade for veterans. That's why we call it the North Shore Veterans Appreciation Day Parade.
And what time period does it cover?
Veterans from all wars, and I think John's being a little humble here. The reason that he's been the chair of this parade for, when did you guys start? It was in
17 years ago.
Right. So they've been doing this, and that's why it's not just North Shore. There was a parade in Swampscott, there's a parade in Saugus and Lynn, and one of the reasons it's been so successful is it has been a North Shore parade, and I think John's been the driving force in pushing for that and making sure that my own bias, I think the most successful one we've had has been in Lynn. And I think, as John said, there were a lot of people calling and asking for us to put it back on here in Lynn and do it. It was in 2013 that we did it here in Lynn last time, and I know you were down there even covering it. It was just it was a great day for the city.
It was an incredible event. It was one of the longest parades I think I've actually physically been at.
Yeah.
That wasn't like a Red Sox or a Patriots parade.
Yeah, and that's what we're looking for now. That kind of size. There was about 2,000 people in the parade last time. It was something else. It was really
and it stretched all along Western Ave, 107, I remember.
Absolutely.
And you had trolleys for veterans, and you guys had reenactors and bands too, correct?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You have bands as far as I can see.
Yeah. this one here that we're going to be putting on now is even bigger.
Bigger.
It's even bigger. We hope to make it even bigger because the National Guard from Reading and Danvers has come to our aid to help us out a lot with some heavy equipment that the young men and young kids are going to see these big 155 houses coming down the streets and some other stuff. We're having a little problem getting the tanks because I guess they opened a brand new museum out there where the tanks are at. So we're hoping to get the tanks. If not, then we'll just move on to another one. But we're getting some great help. But the community just steps up to the plate so hugely. And Mike does a great job. Dave Solimini does, Captain Castaneda, Sergeant Major Roswell. That whole board that works with me on these parades, my wife, Michael's wife, all these people that are not here to be appreciated. It's just an amazing, wonderful, wonderful group. And we've gotten some great donations from some of the companies around the area. We're looking for more. We need more. We're getting close to our goal, to what we need, but we're not there yet. So Mike's out there pounding the streets, and so is the rest of the gang to do this. But we hope to make this just a tremendous parade for the kids and all the North Shore to come and see this parade. We'll have some people in there from all over in this parade. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, and getting back to what you were just saying, so you guys looking for donations, you're looking for money to fund this because it's a huge event and a huge endeavor. So let's touch on the fundraiser, why we're here talking today. So it's going to be at Brothers Deli. So why go to Brothers Deli?
Well, I just think he's just a fixture in the community. I mean, we've seen recently every Thanksgiving people know that he gives back on Thanksgiving. He and his family. I say he, we're talking about George Marcos and his family. They not only is it on Thanksgiving, but they recently did something for a fundraiser like this for relief of down in Puerto Rico during the hurricane. And he came to us, and as like I said, as he does all the time. And what he offered us, and this is an incredible bit of community involvement. Every dollar that people spend is going to go to the parade. He's fronting all the money on the food. He's going to pay for all the money on the food. This isn't one of those fundraisers you go to where afterwards you find out that the overhead was about 50% of the cost. Every dollar you spend that day is going to go to the parade.
George has such a big heart. He really does.
He's just an amazing, wonderful human being. Anyhow, I mean, Michael's absolutely right when he says what he does. He just doesn't say anything. He sits in the back room and just gives, and gives. But the one we're going to have that day from the 3 to 7 is $15 a person, and they have their choice between chicken and roast beef. And if you've ever been in there, what he puts on your plate, you're not going to finish anyhow.
Yeah, he
I mean,
gives
it's an
really
amazing
big
amount of
portions
food he's going to give, but all that money is going to go to the donation of the parade, and that's going to be, hopefully we get a lot of people there, but 3 to 7 to come and have supper there and talk and do a lot. That would be great. That's what we're hoping, because our goal, we're still about $7,000 or $8,000 out that we need very, very quickly, because there's only a certain amount of time that you can call up the high schools. Like some of these high schools cost $2,400 to march.
Wow.
We haven't gotten a budget from the police department, but they're doing their best to cut their costs and do what they got to do. But they got to do their job too, so we respect what they've got to do, and the city's got to do. Tom McGee's on board. He's been fantastic for us to help out. He's just trying to do everything possible in his way to help us out also in that office. So that's good. So we've got a lot of people from downtown City Hall that are helping us and that are working on phones and stuff right now. We're working on it right now as we talk. People on phones, calling people and all over the place. And hopefully we get all the units that we want. And we've got some, like I say, just a great board of committees there that just goes over and over and over and over again. And we have a meeting every month. So now after this month, it'll be every 2 weeks until the day of the parade.
Which is, when exactly is the parade again?
The parade is September 16th. You kick off at 1 o'clock, Michael?
I believe so. And then what we're going to, 12, I think it's 12. What's going to happen is that parade, you're going to have people from all ages, people getting on the street, and one way, John has said, people volunteering. Anyone who wants to volunteer, anyone who wants to be involved, let us know. Call us in Lynn City Hall. Call John over at the post and VFW 1240. Get involved. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be something people are going to remember. I think, and we don't know. You never know when you can be able to pull another one of these off. This is an awful lot of work, so this isn't something you can do every couple of years. And I think as a young guy, I remember seeing parades when I was a kid, and everyone talks about how you don't have parades like we used to. And financially, it's hard for cities and towns to put on huge parades. This one, because it's a city and the community coming together, we've been able to. We're getting close to the thing. But one way people can really tangibly help us out is down at Brothers Deli on May 6th. And I think when they come on down, it's going to be, a great event. Even if they don't even care about the parade, if they don't want to come down to the parade, it's still going to be a good take for you and your family. $15 for a meal like that, the food, the fixings, something to drink, and just a good community. People coming down for the community. Like I said, George, he has such a big heart. We just want to make sure that we make this work for him too.
And like you said, I hear it all the time from some of my older relatives that parades aren't what they used to be.
Back in my day.
I remember even when I was a kid, it seemed like there were like 1 or 2 more parades than there are now. And it's always great to see a parade. I love a parade myself.
So do I.
So just lastly, because we only have about a minute or so left, let's say people don't have the time to go down to Brothers Deli that day, or they just want to be able to help out more than just a 15. Are you guys looking for donations? And how would they do
what
that?
they can do, that's a good point. If they can't make that day of the luncheon on that date, they can always send a $10, $15. We don't care if it's $5, and they can send the checks into Mike Sweeney's or drop it off at Mike Sweeney's Veterans Office in Lynn.
So if people want to donate, do they need to make out the check to anybody specific, and they just deliver it to you?
The check will go to the North Shore Veterans Appreciation Day Parade, and they can just bring it down to City Hall, or they can put it in the mailer. But the pay to would be the North Shore Veterans Appreciation Parade. Make payable to. And again, like John said, and I think that's a great point, you don't need big donations, $5, $10. It adds up.
Yeah, it does. It adds up a lot.
Right. Well, thank you guys for joining me.
Well, thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yeah. So again, that's the Dining for Veterans fundraiser for the 2018 North Shore Veterans Appreciation Day Parade. And the fundraiser is happening on Sunday, May 6th from 3 to 7 p.m. at Brothers Deli on Market Street in Lynn. That's it for this edition of the Lynn Lineup. Thanks for watching.